Good afternoon, welcome back to the channel. So we're breeding in full swing now. Just thought I'd do a little update to touch base with you all. So everything's going well in the stock loft, pretty well. As you can see, that nice feeding the youngsters, lovely. Grizzle Hen, she bred a fed winner for us last year with that dark cock, which is there. So the only problem we had last time was obviously that pair in there got their eggs smashed by that cock there. That cock's been good as gold since. He hasn't gone in there. He was barred in for 4 days, and he took a good beating from that cock bird, so he's definitely learnt his lesson. The only other issue we've had as well is with the bottom right hand corner pen. Their babe, well, they had 2 eggs. We knew sort of one of them wasn't going to hatch because it had a crack in the egg, but we left it just in case, because sometimes they do hatch. And the other one was chipping out, and it didn't make it. So it is what it is. It's very rare, very rarely happens for us, but now and again. I mean, we've probably had it 2 or 3 times over the last 8 years. So yeah, don't ever be tempted to peel them out of the shell, because that's their first test as anything. Even with wild birds, if they can't make it out the shell, they're not strong enough to live. So they'll be no good as racers. That's definite. So I've never heard of a champion pigeon that was had to have been peeled out of its shell. So yeah, pretty good, going well. As I've seen, youngsters are being fed nicely. They're all on one youngster. The rest are up in the race loft. The race loft hasn't been without its problems. They were good as gold for the first week of being let out on their own. And I went up there the other night and I noticed a hen that was bloody on top of her young one. She had bloody wattles, so I knew that then there was a scrap. So I looked under her, checked the young one over. It had been cut up, so I went in and put some plaster spray on it that we use for all the babies, all of the pigeons that have had a bang or a cut. Antibacterial, antifungal and spray, which is really good for them, really good for the wounds healing. Put it back under the parents, and it was been absolutely fine since. However, we've had 2 trampled young ones to death. They were only a few days old, 2 or 3 days old, 3 days maximum, and they were trampled to death, unfortunately. Went in there, they were flat as a pancake, so they'd obviously been fighting. So like I said, once we thought they were all right for it, they was good as gold for about a week, and we let them to it. And father comes and goes with them. Obviously, he comes and sorts them out. He'll come and replenish the food, the water in all the sections. And unfortunately, that had happened after he'd left. So it wasn't spotted. It was not going to be if no one's here to witness it. We ain't going to know anything. I found out with the flat pancake babies that the day after, but obviously being small, tiny young ones, you can't tell, can you? Because they're always sat on them to keep them warm. But yeah, there's been 2 dead young ones up there, so unfortunately there'll be 2 pairs up there racing without rearing a youngster, which is unfortunate. We believe that obviously when they're rearing, it builds a bit of a better bond to the box, and we just like to let them have at least 1 youngster each, but 2 of them will be not rearing anything. But it is what it is. It's breeding. That's why we don't enjoy breeding. We're not here to keep an eye on them all the time, and it's just unfortunate. So that pigeon is an absolute nightmare, that dark cock. But he's lucky he's bred winners for us, because we wouldn't have time for him in this shed if he didn't. Anyway, so there we go, guys. Do more content soon. Obviously the babies are growing away nicely. They're just on a decent breeding mix. Topped up the homoform today, went to the corn store, bought some more nest felts, and yeah, it's all about just keeping things topped up really for a breeding season. So apart from that, we're having it's been okay. It's been decent. We're just looking forward to getting the weaned off now, and working with the old birds and obviously with the youngsters. My missus will have a team again this year. She's done very well last year in her first race. She come 7th combine, sorry, 6th combine, and she topped the Fed. Only one fancier in front of her in the combine, so hopefully with a bit of luck she can do the same this year, if not better. We're really looking forward to this year's racing, as I've said in previous videos. But there we go, guys. Nothing else to report, but we've had a sparrowhawk attack on the dovecote behind us. Took one of our old cocks. He's been there since 2021. Sparrowhawk ripped through him. I came in from work, feathers everywhere on the floor. So we're just gonna have to be very vigilant when it comes to letting the old birds out and the youngsters, because the sparrowhawks are rife. We'll be prepared. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. It does help the channel out. And see you on the next one. Take care, guys. And most of all, enjoy your pigeons. Cheers.